Okay, let me share with you the notes that we actually covered last lesson. So Madhav and Christy, take a look. And she were not here last week also. This is what we covered. Okay, so what we discussed was actually the attitudes of, scientists, science students. Okay, so it's basically you and me. All right, then we talk about the scientific method. Okay, we were also talking about process skills, the very important ones, like observing, inferring, predicting. All these can be tested. I think last lesson, I also focused a lot on what can be tested, what will not be tested, etc. Okay. Where's my mouse? Okay, here. So we also talk about the different types of variables. Now, last time in primary school, you learn change variable, you learn the fixed variable or controlled variable, and then the measured variable, right? Now they have new terms. Okay, yeah, now they have new terms like the change variable that you change, right? You actually call it independent variable in secondary school. Then the measured variable will be the dependent variable. And then the controlled variable stays the same. All right. So we talk about the limitations, benefits, abuses of science. Science is good for us, a lot of invention. But at the same time, if you are going to use it to do something that is not good, something that can harm people to your own benefit, then it's called an abuse of science. Limitations, there are certain things that science cannot help us with. We talk about it also, okay, like it cannot actually prevent death. Okay, we cannot solve emotional problems. Okay, we cannot cure certain viruses or diseases. Then we talk about measurements. So we did share with each other whether we have tried this before, what could possibly happen if you don't practice this properly. All right, so this will all be covered by your teachers in school as well. Zero error. Okay, so we talk about the digital caliper, electronic balance. Okay, you will have a try in the science lab. Your teacher will let you measure the mass of certain chemical. So you need to understand how to make this work for you. The electronic balance, how to use it. There's a zero button for you to actually press on. Then we talk about accuracy and precision. So accuracy, for example, we talk about the archery, right? Bow and arrow. So if I hit bullseyes right in the center, then I'm very accurate. Okay. I can be very precise also. That means if I keep hitting the same spot. So being precise doesn't mean I am accurate. Okay. I can possibly be hitting maybe in the outer ring all the time in the same spot. So I am precisely inaccurate. Get what I mean? So always at the same spot. Yeah, Miko, you learned this. So you understand this part better now? Yeah, so I can always be getting the wrong spot all the time. So I'm precise, but I am not accurate. Okay, so I can be very accurate, but not precise. That means only hit one time. Okay, so maybe at the start of every trial, okay, or every try, every session, the first time I will be very accurate. Then the subsequent ones, not so. Okay, so accuracy and precision, very important. It will be tested and it will be used when you go up to secondary school. Yeah, Hannah, remember we talked about this, okay? Very precise, precisely inaccurate. We talk about this, right? Yeah. Every time I think about this, I'll be laughing. Lab rules. Those who have gone to the lab, Tammy says she's going to the science lab tomorrow. Have you gone through the lab rules with the teachers already? Those of you who have done it, very good for you. Okay. Yeah, very good. I like how the mother putting the thumbs up. Good. So indication that you have is good for me as well. Good info, then I can go on faster. Okay, so a lot of schools even show you videos, right? What you can do, what you cannot do. We have, when I was teaching in school, I was like doing this video with a colleague, all right, on what can be done, what cannot be done. So we even put on school uniform. From the general office, we borrowed school uniform, pretend to be student, then we play jokes, we make a fool of ourselves, So students were having so much fun watching the video. If your teacher has done that for you, wonderful. Yeah, correct. Tammy says she watched quite a number of videos. Okay, so questions can come out in the MCQ for you to choose the correct one. All right, and maybe perhaps the weighted assessment. They will ask you to list down a couple of the lab rules that you have to follow. Okay, so there are do's and don'ts. Okay, I said I will give you the notes, right? Yeah, but I still don't have everybody's email. So later on, let me just send these to everyone via the chat. Okay, so you have notes for your chapter 1. The next thing we went through last lesson, I think, is this, right? Hazardous symbols. This is not just used in school. This is also used in the industries. All right, so all these symbols that you learn now will be applicable in future. Should you work in certain industry, right, where you work with harmful substances or dangerous chemicals, you will be confused now. So don't worry. Okay, so all the labels will be seen on their bottles, on their container, on their boxes. PLD is very convenient, but very small, the screen. Okay, the screen is very small. That's the only thing I find not so good about the school's PLD. But they want you to carry it around, carry in school. That's why it looks small. A lot of distraction, not so if you are very focused. All right, and they don't allow a lot of application to be downloaded easily. So not to worry, okay? Just be more focused. Set aside certain time. My daughter and my son's PLD will actually shut down by a certain time, 11 p.m., I think. So there was once we were actually watching YouTube videos. Halfway, we were actually snuggling in bed, watching funny videos together. Then halfway, suddenly, cannot watch anymore. Then I have to go and get my laptop and then start playing the videos. Yeah. Anyway, it's for your own good. Okay, so the symbols will be confusing, but the more you practice, the more you will know. Actually, only a few will be tested. Only a few will be commonly tested. Okay, so this one quite obvious, it looks like it's explosive, right? Yeah, explosion. Okay, a lot of times they also do not ask you to list down example. They will ask you only, okay, what do you think this represent? Later on, in the Kahoot quiz, there'll be certain symbols tested. In our worksheet also, you will see some questions. Okay, so I will leave this to you. I have gone through this last week. I'm not going to spend time teaching what I have taught last lesson. So those of you who missed out, don't worry, I'm giving you these notes, so it'll be easier for you to do revision. What I understand is the textbook, a lot of pictures, okay, and a lot of words. So it can be quite difficult to read the books also. Okay, I have feedback from students. Okay, now, next thing we want to talk about. This is important. It's also what I would like to focus on. Okay. Hold on. Give me a while because it's here. The slides, let me reshare the slides, because this is not the updated one. I just opened up another one. It's updated. Okay, it's important because I need you to watch this. Okay, so Bunsen burner, you see in the science lab, okay, it's on the benches. Everybody should be able to share with your friend, okay, at least one. So one pair of you will be using one Bunsen burner, but you need to practice how to light it up, okay, because you need to use it from Sec 1 all the way to Sec 4, especially in chemistry experiment. Okay, so this video is what I want you to watch. Just now, Hannah actually commented, but it looks like it is non-luminous. I agree. Okay, because I taught for like 20 years in the schools, right? The early part, we use a different type of Bunsen burner. Okay, that Bunsen burner actually allow us to really see the yellow flame, yellow as really yellow. Okay, like the candle kind of flame. But I think all schools have changed to something similar that looks like this, which is why I purposely selected this video, okay, for you to watch. Okay, because you will see that actually so similar to the school setting. Okay, the Bunsen burner looks like this. Now, even if you see that the color is so close to like non-luminous, okay, like you don't see much of the yellow, a very good indication that this is the safety flame is, okay, so I will stop this. Now, there will be a big difference, Hannah. Don't worry. Actually, when you go back to school and then let's say you do experiment, you will understand what I mean by it will be very obvious to you which is which. Okay, the blue flame, non-luminous, is very, very hot. Will the flame ever be completely orange? Not with the Bunsen burner we have in the science labs now. No. Okay, not the type that I used to work with many, many, many years back. All right, so you can see my slides again. Okay, so parts of a Bunsen burner, you will be tested. You need to label them. You need to even identify their use, write down their use. Okay, so start off with the bottom, the base. Hannah just now also said that the thing looks a little bit like shaky, unstable in the video. But in fact, the base is quite heavy. Okay, so it should stabilize the whole Bunsen burner and not allow it to be toppled so easily. But if you purposely go and knock it over, it will still fall down. Okay, but nobody will do that. Can on its own, it is steady. Wind blow is not going to fall down or slant to another side because it is the base is heavy enough to hold it upright. Can, Hannah? So moving upwards, you have the air hole here. Okay, it allows air to enter the barrel. Okay, there's a gas jet also indicated in the video. This is where the gas actually is released into the Bunsen burner. Okay, and then it will travel up and burn at the top. Okay, the collar allows the adjustment of the air hole. Then you can control how much air enters the Bunsen burner. The barrel raises the flame to a suitable height for burning. Okay, so it allows air and the gas to mix properly. So these are just the various parts and the function of the parts of a Bunsen burner. Types of flame, you must know, okay, how to tell them apart. Okay, so when you talk about the yellow flame, it's called luminous because it's bright. You can see it. Okay, then it is a flame that you obtain when the air hole is closed, not very hot, not good for burning. Okay, yellow in color, incomplete combustion, so soot will be produced. If you use this kind of flame to heat the test tube, that test tube at the bottom where it's heated, right, there will be some black patches there. Okay, it's the carbon patches, we call it the soot. Now, it is unstable, the flame is wavy. Comparing with the non-luminous flame, blue in color, this is when the air hole is open, it's very hot, good for burning or heating. Okay, why it appears this color is because there's complete combustion, no soot produced. When you use this flame to heat anything inside the test tube will not be dirty. Okay, there's no layer of soot formed. Okay, very stable, this flame. Okay, I want you to watch this particular video because I thought it's useful. Okay, I'm not going to show you the entire one, but of course, if you wish to watch it on your own, you can. Let me share the screen. We will just zoom into these different parts, the timing, just to see what I'm trying to show you over here for you to compare. Now, Tammy asked, is the luminous flame safer, or is it the non-luminous? Now, the yellow flame, which is the luminous flame, is called the safety flame. Why safety flame? Because it's safer. Why? Because it's less hot. Another reason is because